From the year 1962 to 1983, Alan Case served as a motor transport operator in the Army. Upon returning home, Case needed help. He found support at his local Veterans of Foreign Wars, or VFW. Through the VFW, Case was able to find fellow veterans and others with similar life stories. His VFW also helped him collect his veterans' benefits and continue to serve the country he fought for through community service.
If I'm coming in here, I don't want to sit around. I want to do something. We just like helping veterans and helping the organization hopefully try to grow back to where it used to be.
Veteran service organizations date back to 1889, when soldiers were returning from the Spanish-American War and the Philippine-American War. The purpose of these organizations was simple: help the soldier return home. To be a member of the VFW, you must be a U.S. citizen who either served in a war on foreign soil and was honorably or generally discharged, or is currently serving in a foreign theater. All information, time served, awards, and recognitions is confirmed by the VFW Post after a thorough review of each soldier's government separation documents. There are now over 6,500 VFW posts worldwide dedicated to helping Case and the other 1.7 million former U.S. military members. Today, the VFW's mission is to, quote, foster camaraderie among United States veterans of overseas conflicts to serve our veterans, the military, and our communities, end quote. Getting reaccustomed to civilian life can be a challenge. The VFW provides a place where veterans can socialize, congregate, and commiserate with other veterans who shared similar experiences. Jack Lewis is the former post commander and current veteran service officer of the VFW Post 194 in Salisbury. Lewis says sometimes talking it out is the best medicine for an old soldier.
There's an old cliche that says the only thing that happens at a VFW is a bunch of old guys with gray hair sit around, they'll drink a beer, and they tell their war stories. Well, they earn that right. You get a veteran that's down a little bit, he comes in here, and before long, he's got a good smile on his face.
Here, the VFW serves as an in-house expert for navigating government bureaucracy. Alan Case partially credits Lewis for helping him connect with the Office of Veteran Affairs, or VA. Through his relationship with the VFW, Case was able to claim the benefits he earned as a serviceman to help him and his family.
Actually, I've got a VA claim, an appeal to a VA claim going through right now that Jack Lewis is helping me with. Most of us that were over in that part of the world have put up with post-traumatic stress disorder. Starting from the bottom up, I have no kneecap in the right knee. I have 3 bulging discs in my back. I have 3 herniated discs in my back. I have spinal stenosis. I have sciatica down the left leg. I was suffering with migraine headaches. I have a hearing loss from being sitting on diesel engines for 20 years.
The VA regulates funding for medical assistance based on the severity of the injury or condition. They classify the veteran's level of disability by percentage. The higher a veteran's disability compensation rate, the more money the VA provides for medical expenses.
I am currently rated at 80%. I am trying to get to 100 permanent and total because I can't work anymore. I'm in pain all the time. I think I have earned the benefits that I could gain from being 100% permanent and total.
Lewis says he's helped more veterans than he can count get the government benefits they've earned. He says that's what makes the VFW more than just a place for veterans to hang out. In fact, according to the official Veterans of Foreign Wars website, VFWs around the country have helped veterans receive about $7 billion in earned benefits from the VA.
I sit out here, yesterday I did 3 claims. Today, I faxed to Baltimore, to the VA office up there, paperwork for a lady so they can look at her mother that's 80-some years old with trying to get a VA claim off her husband's service. He was 100% disabled. So we can network with the community to help veterans that are in need or the spouses are in need. We're here to help. I love helping a veteran that's got a problem. That's where the VSO, the Veteran Service Officer, comes into play.
But it's not just paperwork veterans need help with. According to historical author J.H. Flackard, about a quarter of all soldiers who fought in Vietnam required some physical help. In addition, almost 32,000 wounded soldiers returned home from Iraq, and another 20,000 people were wounded in Afghanistan. Anytime a veteran needs medical attention, the VFW transports them to the appropriate healthcare facility.
we can carry him up there and give him peace of mind that he doesn't have to worry about getting there and getting back, so we're going to take him. You got an 86-year-old gentleman that has to get up there to have a needle put in his eye because he's got glaucoma. He can't drive himself up there.
For many veterans, service does not stop with their military discharge. They still feel the call to service. Veterans continue to support the active military members by sending care packages, partaking in homecoming ceremonies, and making sure that the fallen soldiers receive the honorable funerals they deserve.
I have many times left here on the day of a funeral and gone to Bounce's or Holloway Funeral Home and presented that 214, the discharge paper, so they could get the flag and put on a casket. That's something that every veteran deserves when they pass away, to be honored with that flag.
The VFW also facilitates events such as fundraisers that benefit the community.
We try to do different community-oriented things. The spaghetti dinners. There's 5 slot machines out there. Half of what goes through those slot machines goes back to the community. It's nothing for me to sit down and write a check for $1,000 to the Boy Scouts out of the revenue that comes from those machines. Or a church group, nonprofit church group. We help.
The VFW gives veterans and their families a place to feel safe, reconnect with society, and begin the healing process. The VFW also has another division catering to the immediate family of veterans called the Auxiliary. Alan Case's wife of 28 years, Kathy, has been an active member of Post 194's Auxiliary for about 4 years.
We do a lot of different things. We put a lot of American flags out on special occasions, like Labor Day and stuff like that. They put out, I don't know, 1,000 or some flags at the grave sites. And we go visit the guys that's in the hospital, and we try to keep them busy doing something, either if it's just talking, or maybe we'll play games or something like that.
Kathy joined the Auxiliary to better understand and support Alan through his challenges since returning home.
You got to have some idea of what's going on and how to try to help the husbands and the wives, is to join and you get a better relationship with your spouse.
Kathy has seen firsthand the positive effect that membership in a veteran service organization can have on a veteran.
They see things and done things that really bothers them. So they can get together with the group that's went through the same thing, and they can talk about different things that they, that's bothering them. And that helps them to release some of the stress, worries, and stuff.
Alan Case says that right now the numbers of recently returned veterans in veteran service organizations like the VFW are low. Case is confident that the younger generation of soldiers and veterans will eventually come to the VFW when they're ready. He says their participation is crucial to continuing the VFW's mission.
Probably the biggest reason that the younger veterans aren't joining yet is because they still have families, and families take priority.
Alan Case says that without the VFW, it is difficult to imagine what his day-to-day life would be like today.
We enjoy coming here. We know it's a close-knit group. We know pretty much the regulars. You can feel comfortable in sitting down and having dinner with them, or some of the other activities that we do, like the Christmas parties and the picnics, and crab feast and stuff. You can get right in there and feel comfortable.
I'm proud of what they do. Especially they helped my husband a lot. And I'm sure they did it with the rest of the families.